Hey class, Mr. Simpson here, and today we will talk about the influence of the Spanish and the Portuguese on Latin American language and religion. And strangely enough, this is directly related to History Standard 2B, where you will just so happen to learn how to describe the influence of the Spanish and the Portuguese on the language and religion of Latin America. Isn't it crazy how this works? Today, you will create a foldable organizer. Your foldable organizer will be broken down into four parts. The main heading should be Latin American language and religion. You will then describe the history of the Spanish and Portuguese influence, and then we will break down both language and religion separately. First of all, to understand the Spanish and Portuguese languages, we need to learn the history of the Spanish and Portuguese influence. And as you all know, hopefully, in 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue. Now, what the little song doesn't state is that Columbus was not Spanish, but he was sponsored by Spain, and when he landed in the Americas, he claimed the surrounding land for Spain. Eventually, Spain conquered and claimed Mexico, parts of Central and South America, and many islands in the Caribbean, while Portugal claimed the land from the Atlantic Ocean across South America to the Andes Mountains in what is now present-day Brazil. As both countries conquered Latin America, they both spread their languages and religion to the indigenous people. By indigenous, I mean people who are native to that area. Therefore, they're also known as Native Americans. When Where language is concerned, Spanish is the predominant language in the majority of Latin American countries. They're still in use in lands claimed and colonized by Spain, and these lands typically fall in Central and South America and the Caribbean. Portuguese, on the other hand, is spoken primarily in Brazil, where it is both the official and national language. This is because Portugal ruled Brazil from the 1500s until 1822. Both of these languages are the languages of government, business, and power, meaning that on all official documents you must use either Spanish or Portuguese, depending on the country. You will also find, like, if you go to trial in those countries, you you should be fluent. That or your lawyer should be fluent in Spanish or Portuguese. Here's a map of major languages in the world today. If you notice, red is the Spanish language. And you see that in Central America and South America. Okay. This orange is Portuguese. You find that primarily spoken in Brazil. Here later on, when we talk about the Haitian Revolution, we'll discuss why French is spoken here.
Meet the people of Latin America. They make up approximately 9% of the world's population. Their region is that part of the Americas which lies south of the United States border with Mexico. It includes Middle America and South America. This vast region is called Latin America because most of it was ruled by Spain and Portugal from the 16th century until the early 19th century. The Spanish and Portuguese brought their languages, which are both based on the Latin language that was once used throughout the Roman Empire. Spanish is spoken throughout most of mainland Middle America, on the larger Caribbean islands, and in the South American countries of Argentina, Bolivia, Chile, Colombia, Ecuador, Paraguay, Peru, Uruguay, and Venezuela. Portuguese is the language of the huge South American country of Brazil. Other European languages spoken in the region include French, Dutch, and English. All of these languages were introduced to the region after it was discovered by Europeans in 1492.
Wasn't that awesome, guys? Full of awesome music and knowledge. It's great stuff, guys. Okay, On to religion. The religion of Latin America is mostly Roman Catholic, which is a form of Christianity. The reason why the religion of Latin America is mostly Roman Catholic is because Roman Catholicism is the official religion of Spain and Portugal. Spain and Portuguese missionaries, who were ordered by the king and the queen, converted lo siento, converted Native Americans to Christianity, sometimes by any means necessary, okay, even with the threats of death and whatnot. These missionaries were supplied with money by the Spanish and Portuguese governments to build missions and churches. And these churches were sometimes supported with protection by the army. It was very, very important to many European countries to spread Christianity. Always remember the 3 G's: gold, glory, and God. Here is a map of the major religions of the world. You will see brown. Yeah, it's brown, guys. It's mainly Roman Catholic. Okay, and you will see that that is primarily found Central and South America, all over Latin America. Okay, people are practicing the Roman Catholic faith. That is because if you notice, Spain and Portugal practice Roman Catholicism too.
Just as new peoples were created by the mixing that took place during the colonial period, the traditions of these peoples blended into colorful combinations of European, Native American, and African American themes. Throughout Spanish America, the native religions based on a belief in many gods were replaced by the Roman Catholic Christianity introduced by dedicated missionaries. Churches were built throughout the region. Some, like this remote mission church in northern Chile, are simple structures. Other churches built in growing towns and cities are large and beautifully decorated. Images of Roman Catholic saints decorate both the exteriors and the interiors of these churches. The Virgin Mary, who was the mother of Jesus, is especially loved in Latin America. She is honored at many pilgrimage shrines, including the famous shrine of the Virgin of Guadalupe near Mexico City. Pilgrims come here from all over Latin America. Some of them show their devotion by offering colorful dances in front of the church. As Christianity spread in the Americas, each village and town was given its own patron saint, who is honored on a special day with a colorful fiesta. Dances are often performed as offerings to the saint who is being honored. In addition to these special holidays, Latin American villagers enjoy special market days, when people from many different villages gather to buy, sell, and visit with each other in one of the larger towns. Also, different villages typically specialize in different crafts, so that one community is noted for making pottery, another for weaving cloth, and still another for working with copper or other metals. Music and popular dancing are also an important part of life. Each region has its own tradition.
Okay, guys, we were getting a little off topic there. Sorry about that. For your work session activity, you are going to use Extra Normal to create a video explaining what you have learned about the influence of the Spanish and Portuguese on both Latin American language and religion. So you just go to extranormal.com. I've put the link on Edmodo. And you are going to create an animated movie. Now, you guys have done this before, so I don't expect you guys to have any issues. If you want to use more research, find more information, please do so. But use your digital literacy skills, guys, to choose websites that have accurate information, okay? It's very important to be digital literate. Then, once you're going to do, what you're going to do then is post your Extra Normal video on Edmodo, okay, and then you will complete the closer. So that concludes our screencast today. Have fun today with the work session. And if you need anything, please raise your hand. Thank you.